Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to Sound Healers Tarot. Today we are going to do a tarot reading for the new moon in Leo, which is tomorrow, I think it's the 4th of August. And this new moon is happening in the grand opening of the Lion's Portal. And the deck just flipped open with this card, the key to a locked love. I would channel key to a love where the door has been locked for a while now. So the Lion's Portal is one of the biggest energetic portals throughout the year. And when these energetic portals open, the energy that comes to us from the universe, from the constellation of the planets and stars in the universe, is higher than on other days. It's the same for portal days. Yes. And the way we feel it is because our purification is higher than usual, and your body basically is an energy field with matter and information in it, and it always purifies to a higher level of clarity, of harmony, of unity with its path. Basically, we feel that every soul here has their own purpose, and has you can feel it in your life as you move on with your life. Some things you do feel aligned with you. You feel like, that's it. This is the way I want to do things. This is the things I want to bring forward in my life. And some things totally don't. And because of conditioning, we have very often gone very far away from the things that feel aligned with us, with our soul, with our intuition, basically. And if you feel like, if we see this would be your purpose, your path of purpose, and you're over here on portal days or in these energetic portals, you really feel that that something is wrong. Something is not in alignment, and it's very hard for you to ignore it. Yeah, because if you live your life from a pattern that comes from your mind only, or from conditioning, it can never feel right. And that doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. It's the way we are brought up, usually. But if you dive deeper into connecting to your to intuition, to your intuitive way of living that everybody has somewhere buried inside of us, and if you go back to this source inside of you, then you will have a different view on things, and you will navigate your life differently, basically. So we are now at August 8th. The Lion's Portal is completely open. After this it will close again, and from the 26th of July it's already opening. So what we feel now, or what many people experience, is that they have they don't want to compromise their direction of life that they feel from the heart. They don't want to compromise it anymore. If someone's around you that's kind of trying to hold you back, or trying to give you the feeling that you are weak, or you cannot fulfill your dreams or whatever, then it can be, might be that there are conflicts with these people around you during the past days. That's one thing. And then also you have, if you're very disciplined, you might feel or hear a different voice inside of you that you should open up more to life, to abundance, to the abundance life has to offer, that you go and relax and just enjoy yourself more, yes? And maybe you also step out of your usual path or your planned path or your planned, well, whatever you have planned for the next weeks, that you make unusual decisions for yourself, for example. And some people are taking steps that are already like major changes to their life, or that kind of can bring in major changes in their lives, yeah, moving towards their heart's passion. Because Leo is a sign of the sun, and it's a fire element, and the fire element is represented in the heart. So what your heart really wants, this is coming through more stronger than in other times now. Also, it's a very special year because we are in a year of the sun, and the portal is at the 8th of August, so 8/8, and the year is 2024, and this sums up to an 8 as well. So last year we were in a 7 year. It was the year of the soul, where the soul came through, and now we are in an 8 year, 2, 2, 4, sums up to 8. So we have a 888. This is from numerology. The 8th, 2024, which also sums up as an 8. It just makes it more powerful even. And the 8 is a number that stands for eternity, for really like opening everything into a very, very wide space, yeah. So that last year, the 7th year, the year of the soul, was like a breakthrough. Many things were broken up. I also already talked about it in some readings about the last year. Some people, they separated or did major changes in their job, career, decisions, and now we are opening up into the new perspective, basically, into a new perspective that is more directed and guided by the soul, by your intuitive wanting in life. So let's start the reading. When I shuffled the cards, I already saw the soulmate card. The soulmate. The dog stands for the soulmate. Yeah, very, because it's faithful, right? And the soulmate card and the ring. Yeah, so the connection. So we will see. We do an open reading, and we will see what's coming. Yeah, there's this masculine energy. Does not really look very content. We will see where this is going. When we leave it open, the energies will just come in and show themselves, so we can read into your field. So, divine source, all the committees in heaven that are responsible for tarot here on the earth, please guide this reading. So there's the masculine energy is connected with the child here, and the child, for one thing, where you see all the toys here in the picture. Well, from this look, it's like I have to work a lot. I have to manifest material things in 3D. Going back to this child energy. what is it, to this playfulness. Yes, we really need a certain amount of playfulness to really enjoy our life. If you don't have it, life gets too serious, and that's not fun at all. And the child stands for childhood wound healing as well. So in this huge portal, when the energies are building up, old stuff can come up and heal. And we also have the rainbow here. Rainbow light is a very high frequency light. Yeah, so coming back to letting go a little bit more. And so now we have a double. Now the deck flipped open again. Letting go a little bit more. This one is very serious. Yes, maybe the masculine energy had his life planned out. Well, this was a plan, manifesting in 3D, job, but if you don't have the balance to joy, then something's missing. Playfulness is missing, and the love stays in a cage. Yeah, if you are too tight, too caught up, too closed off to new influences, then this love, this rose, will stay in a cage, even if you want to open it, yeah, and let it out. And this is the masculine energy as well, who has the rose in his hand. Maybe this rose here, that's in a cage. And he's not really, he doesn't seem to take action with it, at least not yet. We have the tree here. The tree stands for stability, and to be stable, to come into new stability, you need to heal. Yeah, and so this might be still in progress. So if you have a counterpart, this might be his energy, very much in the head, or maybe too much in the head, needing to go back to the point in his childhood where this was created. This looking at that like this. Because there is a love, and this can also be self-love. There's a love locked in a cage, and he wants to share it, but so far he has not shared it, or he couldn't, because he needs a different stability and further healing. And we have the fishes. The fishes stand for diving deep into the emotions, diving deep into the emotional world. And this is for many masculines very scary, because they are very focused on the 3D, on the manifestation in the worldly life. So let's see. This will end, yeah. To be so focused on this will end. We too focus on the material world. Will end. This is the coffin, I think it's called. This will end. Just because in these very strong energies we have now, more and more, it's really difficult to bury things under the surface. Things that you push down maybe all your life, or even further lifetimes from before, will come up. So we will clarify now this lineage here and see we will clarify with a different deck and see what's coming up. Okay, so these are falling. This is falling underneath. That means these being strong-willed and being very mentally kind of well organized, but also very narrow mentally. This will end. The Ten of Swords, the swords and the tarot stand for the mental states, and something is leaving here. Yeah, some very. If you are too narrow mentally, that's just because you want to control something. Otherwise, you can more flow with life. You're more flexible to do one thing or the other. And if you are very set in your ways, that means that you have developed this pattern maybe as a child to feel safe. And this is breaking open now. This is leaving you. Because some things in your life want to come in harmony inside of yourself, energetically, but also with people, with friends or with soulmates. Yes, if you're very set in your ways, this is, does not leave the space for going forward and for development, really. So we see what this will bring. So to open this cage, the masculine part needs to come into his fire energy as well. And here you have it. There's a Leo. This is a fiery energy to move forward, to get unstuck, to move forward with the things you really want to free inside of you. Yes, if there's a rose in a cage, that means that love is locked inside of you. Well, that's what I channel now in this reading. That you have kind of locked your love away, in a way, inside of you. Yeah, and this does not feel alive if you have locked this beautiful energy away, just to feel safe, basically. So this energies in the lines portal get this stuck energy in motion. Yes, and maybe you find the courage. The masculine energy finds the courage, or the masculine energy inside of you finds the courage to change something about this, that you locked your love inside of you. Well, who wants to lock their love inside of you? Yes, because love is love. It's self-love as well. Yeah, if you lock love inside of you, then you have locked the love for yourself as well. And we really need this to live the life that fulfills us, and to be open to receive what is for us. So here we see this beautiful masculine energy with a rose in his hand, and this is who he wants to give it to. This rose is for the High Priestess, and she is representing the divine feminine. We are in a time now where we have the masculine and the feminine energies purifying to a higher level, to a better level of relationship, where we don't need to hide anymore. We don't need to hide our feelings. We don't need to. We will be learning to communicate better with each other. We will be more respectful with each other. These are things that are usually not in our conditioning. because we come from a time where we were in codependent relationships, where we kind of supported each other up to a certain point, and then when we avoided the deepest triggers in ourselves and in the other. But if you avoid these triggers, you can only go so far. Maybe it feels comfortable, maybe it feels secure, but it doesn't feel soulful. Yes, a soulful relationship does not close the door to the potential to heal further. It really opens this door to heal further. It needs the commitment of both parts to allow to be vulnerable and allow their core wounds to come up. So in this picture I see that he is kind of, there's not the right energy now for him to approach her, because he does not know how, and maybe she needs more time to really come into her fruition, really to come to really see and know that she's a soulful and spiritual being who does not need to make herself smaller than she is, to receive love or something. That's a very, very strong pattern, not only in the feminine collective, but very present in the feminine, to lower yourself to get love from outside. And this is changing now, because you dare to rise into your highest and most powerful version, and then you will receive the love. Well, that's the self-love, basically. Yes, you claim your love for yourself, and so you can really rise and shine. And this breaks an old pattern of kind of making yourself smaller to receive love from outside, which you really don't need, basically. If you get all energy back to yourself, love yourself, and then rise, you will magnetize it in any way. It will come by itself. I don't say it's an easy process, but this is when you heal your core wounds, your childhood wounds. This is what will happen then. So if you're interested in, I do spiritual coachings and personal readings, as well as sound healings. Very successful. People have had many breakthroughs through this. So if you're interested, you will find my email address in the description box of the channel, and you're very welcome to reach out. So, with this stability and further healing, things still go kind of back and forth. This is the card where we see that things are going back and forth. She's juggling a lot of things now, maybe from her old and the new life, from the old life that was conditioned into her and the new life that she wants to manifest. And this is the same for both parties, I would say, for masculine and feminine. Because it's a time where we wake up to our true and deeper desires, and it's more and more difficult to be satisfied with a life that is not truly yours. But it's a process then to move from your old life to the new life you want to manifest. And this is what I see here. To create a real new stability, this juggling needs to kind of end. You will have to, sorry, it's my coffee maker. This juggling needs to end, or to, get softer or more still again. So you move into a new stability that is more focused on your new life, the new version of yourself as well. And we have with the fishes, with this deep dive into your emotions, or on his side for his emotions, we have the Ace of Wands. This is a fire element sign, the Wands. The fire creates renewal, really. Yeah, if you burn something, then it's a huge purification, and things get clearer, purified. And when you dive deeper into your emotions, you will feel more deeper into your intuition, and your intuitive knowing will increase. Things that you might not have understood so far will open up for you to understand them, and you will have new epiphanies maybe also about your past, about this connection, maybe, because this turned out to be this is a relationship, a soulmate reading, where we left it open. That's what it became, because the energies are here. And so this is the process this relationship is in, that it moves towards a deeper connection to the emotions, and then to further intuitive epiphanies about this connection, really, and about how this connection can develop. There are many like soulmate connections. The only purpose of the soul, or the souls towards each other, is to bring them further on their soul journey, to bring them further into an aligned life, where you don't do things just because you feel secure, or they bring you money or attention from outside or whatever else. You do the things you do because you feel aligned then when you do it. So for me, for example, I'm a musician. When I play music, I always had a passion for music, but a lot of it in earlier years was also to get attention or admiration, or for example, from the audience. So if you do it for that, the more you do it for that, the more it will pollute your art. It will, if you can really sink into whatever it is that you love to do, and you feel this alignment, and then you bring it out, then it's pure. If you do it for something in return, then it gets polluted, basically. This is how we purify. We find the alignment within our hearts and bring it out like this, and don't seek for something in return. So this is a process of diving deeper into your emotions, and then opening your intuitive channels as well. So let's clarify a little bit more what this the coupling means. That's excellent, because this is what's ending. If you go further into your soul purpose and you integrate your emotions, this feeling ends. Yes, you will not feel as heavy anymore. You will not feel so lost or depressed anymore, because you're more in alignment with yourself. Okay, So let's see how this develops in the near future, maybe next 2 months. Through this energy of the Lion's Portal, how will this connection... So if you have your person on your mind, it's the person you think about when you listen to this. That's the person. It's very simple. If we want it or not, that's the person. So let's see how will this develop. Well, there's a snake, which means, well, at one hand it's dishonesty. It might also be a third party distracting you. Third party does not necessarily have to be a person. It can be something that distracts you from the purification you need to do to get into union with your soulmate, basically. Yeah, with the person that is meant for you, that is whose soul is going for the same soul frequency like you. Yeah, because before souls incarnate here, they have some sort of contracts that they want to bring each other forward. They want to push each other into the certain purifications to then come into the same frequency and vibration to unite. Well, that's basically one thing. And we have the snake. Yeah, the snake here, which might be a third party, a person, or well, something, a job or whatever else that distracts one party or the other from what they need to do. Well, I saw this card just now, and here it is again. This is harmony. So it distracts. It distracts. The snake distracts one or the other party from creating the harmony to manifest this relationship, or this. Well, if you're in separation, to take steps towards each other again. And at the bottom of the deck we have the fox. The fox is, well, you say the sly fox, I think it is. To be sly is, I hope this is the right word. To be sly is not the same than to have integrity. To be sly is something, can be very manipulative. It's not a quality we are looking for in a high level relationship, really. And the fox stands for the ego as well. So let's see further. I have to get the card. Just a second. Okay, so we have two female energies in this deck, and this is always, for me, is the other woman. Yeah. So she falls in the same role in the snake. So there could be a other woman. And it's also interesting because we have this masculine energy here who wants to give the rose to the high priestess, but there's the other woman. And he, well, basically sooner or later needs to make a decision. Let's see here now. His ego stands in the way to come into complete harmony. Well, it's really basically like this. If you have a soulmate and you are here, your souls have kind of have the plan or the contract to come together in union, to purify first and then come into union, then then none of you will be completely happy with a different person. But there's a third party blocking the harmony, the complete harmony. But because this is a pure card, this is purity. You cannot have this energy of this beautiful flowers with the wrong person. If you want this kind of purity and harmony, you need to purify to come into divine union. And divine union is with the counterpart you're meant to be. And this falls in the same. See, this is why childhood healing, core wound healing is necessary, to come into harmony energetically with yourself and then manifest this harmony in a relationship. This is how they fall here, the cards. So the ego is standing in the way, and there's the third party. And we ask, how will this develop? That's how it develops, because this is still going on during the next, let's say, 2 months or so, yes? Third party ego still blocking, well, the union. But there is, this is, well, in German it's Compass. This is a new redirecting your life, yes? And this is always pretty much for both counterparts, that you are redirecting your life, falling under this, where we said, well, you juggle the old and the new. This can go on for very long, yes, if it's a huge change into something very different, where you are really aligned with your soul. This, well, it can happen instantly, but it can take a while until you purify from all the heavy energies that you carry to come into the new life you really wish for. And there's a redirecting going on both sides. And this redirecting is happening in solitude. This is the Tower. Tower in the Lenormand deck is for pulling out of the relationship, going into separation, going to have your lonely time with yourself, to reflect, really, to reflect and redirect your life. Maybe because you see that you're not as happy as you thought you would be, or the masculine part, if there's a third party, or if the third party is work, maybe he's not as fulfilled with work as he thought he would be. And this, it takes time to see through your conditioning. If you are always told, well, you can have a good job, have enough money, build a house, have kids and marry, or which way around, in which, you know what I mean. And then you did all this and you're still not happy, then you start to pull back and reflect and redirect. And this process is leading to that masks that you wear are falling. We all wear masks. It's something obviously we have learned to do, not to let other people see how we really feel, to be focused on the life we had planned out. But if you are honest to yourself and you see, well, behind all this I am not happy, this obviously what happens in pulling back and redirecting, then your masks fall. And this needs a lot of understanding and patience, because if you're not sure how your environment will react, you will do this very privately. You won't show, maybe you won't show anyone at first. Until you are sure who appears behind your mask, until you get to know the one who you are behind your mask, and you embrace your vulnerable side, your true side, your true self, and what this new version of yourself really wants. And it's also a very brave way to live, to really follow this. Yes, many people stay in the life they are used to because they feel secure, and it's always very brave and courageous to see behind your mask and be vulnerable and see what you really want. And on this, on the bottom of the deck, this is Divine Feminine waiting here. But first the masks have to fall. And she is the one who has the rose, who will receive the rose. By time, yes? When the time is right. This was a very, very beautiful reading, I felt. And I will pull one more card. The overall energy this connection is moving towards. Let's see. Yeah, heart opening. A new balance in this relationship through opening the heart. Well, there are many in separation. Usually we close the heart. That's why we're separated. We take the time for ourselves to go into hermit mode and redirect and see what's coming up inside of us. This takes time, and it's a very courageous process, and it could lead, well, this is how it looks like, it could lead to opening the heart on a higher energetic level between the two of you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I thank all the souls who talked to us through the cards and all the committees in heaven who are responsible for tarot here on earth. And so I say how, thank you, love you, gong song, how. Thank you everyone, bye bye.